We have an interesting development going on right now. Oh, it's starting to rain. I'm Zach George. I train dogs, and this is my new dog, Inertia. I'm taking you along as I train her from day one. You can start from the beginning or pick up anywhere and start learning. Welcome to the Dog Training Experience. Today, we're gonna cover fun puppy training, how to deal with and even prevent resource guarding, as well as starting to get Inertia comfortable with people. Inertia, today's a very special day because it is your first bark box. I like the bark boxes because you get new toys, and with a young puppy like this, their interests are changing daily. I don't think she's ever heard that sound before. It's new, it's interesting, and so it really gives them a chance to explore new things. What? Look at this. It's a dog toy, and look, it's stuck to the floor. This ought to drive her nuts. Look how she's sticking with it. This is one way to teach your dog to persevere and work through an issue. Their toys are made with fantastic materials, too. These are not low-quality toys. Ooh, look at this, turkey and cranberry. What do you think of those? You like those, huh? More treats, we have Chicken Impossible. I always check the ingredients when I give my dog treats, and BarkBox always has really high-end ingredients. Chicken and sweet potato, she loves those too. Now that I've got a puppy in my life for the first time in forever, I'm reappreciating having a whole bunch of different chews. If you really want to give your dog a unique experience every single month, sign up for a BarkBox. It's one of the best things you can do to enrich their life. Viewers of this channel are gonna get a free BarkBox when you sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription. I'll have a link below. Just go to barkbox.com/dogtraining. As you might know, many dogs have a fear of thunderstorms. Well, this is what we have coming our way right now. Between the ages of 8 and 11 weeks, puppies like this are going through a fear period. So I want to do my best to do some conditioning around rain and storms just to make sure that she has the best possible association with it. There's been no thunder or lightning just yet, but it's on its way. It's pretty early in the day. We're lucky actually because we're getting some cool weather. So I'm going to try and get her playing out here just to get her playing in the presence of an approaching storm and keep her in a good mood. I'd say she's in a pretty good mood right now. Oh, you're doing so well. We're outside where everything is more challenging for dogs because it's more distracting. We've got some good wind. Getting her to chase me. The good news is, when you have a puppy, you can skip your cardio. You can see how she's consistently getting distracted by ground sense. So I'm gonna try and be a little more playful, see if I can get her into me a little bit more. You can see how she's really bitey. She's so into me right now, and I love that, I love it. So I'm trying to transfer that enthusiasm to play with me and bite on my shirt and my ears to this toy. There we go. Yes, there we go. There's a good spark. Get it. All right. And she's got that tendency to want to run with the toy. That's why I have her on lead here, so she can't play too much keep away. And once again, there's two things I'm really trying to accomplish. Number one, getting any excess energy out. It's still pretty early in the day. And also get her enjoying the rain by playing, because all these positive brain chemicals are working. Okay, there's the rain, here it comes. We have the housekeeper using the vacuum upstairs right now, and of course, Inertia noticed it a little bit. So I'm breaking into one of those unplanned secondary training sessions, doing some conditioning with her just to prevent any fears of motorized devices from occurring in the first place. In this case, the clicking sound communicates, I like how you're behaving in the presence of the unusual motorized sound in the background. Here's a treat. And so when you're conditioning your dog like this, the idea is to just keep their mood pretty mellow and tolerant. Mainly, I'm just focusing on preventing fear or minimizing fear here. That went pretty smooth. So it's a good idea with a young dog like this, particularly during that fear period of 8 to 11 weeks, that you're really proactive about just letting them know, hey, everything's cool. I'm gonna work on some general training. We've done a little bit of lure training, but not too much. So let's see how that goes. Sit, good, her sit's really good. Here the clicking sound means, great job, you've earned a treat. I don't even have to really lure her much into a sit, she kind of just does it by default, but let's check and see how her down is doing. Down, good job. And let's see if we can get her into an up. Just gonna hold the piece of meat right there. I should mention too, I'm using a variety of treats. I'm using a combination of freeze-dried meat, freeze-dried sweet potatoes, turkey, sometimes a little bit of hot dog. So it really just depends on what she's in the mood for at any given moment. So we have our sit, our down, and up needs a little work. Up. That was great. Oh, look at her coming to life. Our lure training is a little clunky right now. You can see she's being less than cooperative. We're in that communication building phase. We have not yet gotten very much traction on training, which is expected at this age. And this is, I think, why so many people get frustrated. Because it's like, yeah, I'm trying to give you real meat. I'm trying to teach you something. But they're like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this instead. We're going to continue to work on that over the next few months. Come. Good job. Give her a big reward there. I'm making it an early habit to give her some type of treat or play virtually every time she comes to me. If you're the type of person who likes to have a written guide to the things I've been showing you, both of my books can help you. They're also available in audio form too. I'll have links below. This is Inertia's first introduction into our studio. Different smells in here, so we'll let her explore that. Anytime you let your dog in a new place, it's important to let them acclimate, get comfortable, don't push them, don't immediately start asking them to do things. There's a toy on the ground. You can see she's interested in that. Hey, what are you doing? You know, I think you're the first dog ever who's tried to eat one of our prop plants. So here's a good opportunity to redirect. I'm gonna do one of those secondary training sessions that I didn't plan and lure her away with a hot dog, get her into a sit and give her a reward there for doing so well. Good job. I'm gonna go ahead and keep them coming just to let her know I like that she's holding that sit. And now I'll say, okay, good. All done. I love that you're going for that ball. Now that she's comfortable with the studio, or at least seems to be, I really want to get her loving this place, and there's no better way to get a dog loving anything than to get them playing. Yes, good job. I'm whistling here because I'm not yet confident that she'll respond to Inertia, come, and I certainly don't want to condition her to ignore that one. Let's see what she does with roll over here. Roll over, good. And now back the other way. Good. Let's try play dead real quick. Let's set the tone for play dead. It would be cool to get her on her back. I don't know if she's gonna struggle with that. Like just hold her on her back like that with her feet sticking up in the air maybe. Stay. Yes. There we go. And that's why clicker training can be really good, because you can get those precise marking moments right there with her feet sticking straight up. I love that. Right now she's using my hands to kind of brace on, to like stay in that position. The stillness is what I've got to mark, and that is your weak point. You don't know how to be still at all, Inertia. Yes. You wanna try one more time since we got some momentum? I'm waiting for her to just kind of pause and look up rather than moving. Yes. Did you see that? Ever so subtle. It was less than a quarter second of a pause. Very good. All right, so we're on our way. I love that. We'll continue to work on that. Oh, hello. And we'll see how she continues to do on that over time. That's one of those things that takes a lot of refining over weeks. Right now, I'm not really focusing on formally trying to train her a trick as much as I am to just get her going into various positions with lure. Her spin has been amazing. That's one of her standout tricks. The closest thing to a proper trick that I've taught her so far, because this is like, what, day 4? I've really been focusing on letting her adjust and bonding with her and playing a lot with her. I'm always talking about this. You have to get traction on your communication because they're in and out. That takes a bit of time to do, but that's probably the funnest part. You can see her eye color is changing. It's got kind of a greenish hue. They started off a bit blue, now they're a bit green. Maybe they'll end up brown or something else. We'll see. So she's found a shoelace to chew on. Let's practice our redirecting. This time I'm gonna see, rather than luring her away, I'm gonna see if I can get her to come to me, because that's gonna be really handy. And I'm just gonna make a high-pitched sound. Hey! Okay, that didn't work. Be animated. Yes, good job. Getting playful really worked with her in that instance. I could have gone up and lured her away, and that's one way to get her to voluntarily get off something, whether it be a shoe, her bed, a couch, whatever it is that you're trying to keep them from chewing on. But if I could get her to like come to me with distance and abandon the thing that she's so interested in chewing on, that's preferable to me. Now, I suppose I could also pull her away, but remember, that's not gonna teach her anything. She must voluntarily go through the motions of leaving the shoelace alone in order to even begin to understand this concept. Here we go again on the carpet. You see how constant it is? Yes, good job. That's it, good job. Leash biting is inevitable with most puppies. They're gonna do it to some degree, but I want to discourage this from as early as possible. I mean, she's teething, so we need to be aware of that. That's how she's engaging the world, with her mouth, but I have to show her there are better ways to do that. But let's see if we can discourage that. Come on. Yes, good job, you got it. That's right. Just to be clear, the strategy is interrupt your dog in a positive way, get them to respond to you, and reinforce with either food or play or something that they really like. That's the key with preventing habits like chewing and biting and all of these unwanted puppy behaviors. I'm gonna let Inertia just chill out for a little bit now, and that's kind of the pattern we've been falling into. It's like 5, 10, 12 minutes of play, and then she sleeps for like an hour. Really common with puppies. We're spending a lot of time in the studio today doing some work and everything, and Inertia is passed out. So this is something I really want to continue to emphasize throughout her puppyhood, is the importance of handling them when they're in a very relaxed state of mind. It's common for puppies to engage in frequent deep sleeping. So this is a really good time to touch her nails in between the webbing of her feet here. because I really want her to be well adjusted. Now let's see if we can do her teeth. Look at that. You know, wouldn't it be great to get her to a point where you can just brush her teeth in her sleep? She's taking it. I'm trying to imprint pretty hard here. If she's not waking up to that, that's a good thing. I'm being pretty thorough here because if she's asleep, it can't be too irritating to her. Use discretion if you happen to have a real bitey puppy in this situation. Don't insist on this, but I'm getting to know her and I feel pretty safe. Let's try her tail for a minute. I'm squeezing it, pinching that skin, that tail in there a little bit, really massaging her. And if your puppy is really irritable when you do this, then be a bit more gentle when you interact with them. I've got a wet tissue here, so it's a nice time to start prepping her for ear cleaning. I think I poked her brain and triggered her dream. Wonder what she's dreaming about. That's gotta be an awkward dream. Nice, good job. You're so good at this. Get to the other one as easy. Aw. There, I obviously pushed it a little too far and woke her up. So, you know, I find the line. This is how you learn. I'll take that as a hint to back off for now, and maybe on our next nap I'll do some more and we'll see if we can make progress there. The real-time training of this is probably about 5-6 minutes or so. Inertia, you are one good puppy so far. Inertia has just woken up from a nap, so we're gonna take her on a potty break. Seriously, her potty training is going so well. It's coming. There it is. You see that? Yes, very good. That air conditioning just kicked on and she reacted really well, so it can't hurt to follow up an event like that with a couple of really tiny treats. Again, just solidifying that association with loud sounds. I get something cool, everything's awesome. Especially during this time. 8 to 9 weeks is a really important time to be very sensitive to your puppy if they get nervous or thrown off by things, because they're likely to experience an increased rate of anxiety or fear during new things that they experience, or even things that they've already experienced. This is not the time to really push heavy exposure to things in their face. But if you have a good sense that your dog is likely to react well to new things, that's a good thing to do too. Yes. Good job. This is a good time to work on our lure training outside since we're here, and she offered me that sit. She doesn't go into the down as readily out here because she's not as used to this texture here. I mean, look at this. This is that New Orleans thick, firm grass. Yes. We got a leaf over here in her mouth. I want her to let go of that leaf. If I just pull it out, she's not gonna learn. Hey, what's this? Wouldn't you rather have a hot dog than a leaf? Wouldn't you? Come here. That's good. There you are. That's much better than a leaf. Now she's probably gonna go right back to the leaf. So let me see if I can just escort her away before she does that. Yes! Classic redirect there. Now I'm working up to not having to lure her away. That was just an in-the-moment decision, but I'd much rather her come to me when I'm like, Inertia, come here, but she's still learning her name. So I'm making high-pitched sounds and being animated to encourage her to come to me. I'm using a combination of luring her away and being really animated and upbeat to call her away from things. But since that was already in her mouth, I didn't have much choice. I haven't done much formal look at me training yet. I've just kind of been doing it here and there because there's so much on her plate right now. I mean, adjusting to a new life and all, so I'm not really pushing it too hard. Inertia, look at me. Good. Right there, I was excited about that. That was a real natural look at me when I asked for it. The way to teach them language, I think anyway, is to be very purposeful about it. Saying look at me or Inertia look at me. I mean, I want her responsive to a variety of things. Contextually, she'll learn the difference between those nuances over time. So that's a real good example. We came out here for a potty break. I saw a moment to engage her with training and teach her how to listen in this outdoor environment, and it went great. Remember that dogs are always learning at every single moment. Time for food. Inertia is eating 3 times a day currently, so this is her lunch. And right from the beginning, I want to get her really comfortable with me going in her food bowl, taking it away, giving it back to prevent resource guarding issues in the future. I'm gonna kind of push her around there as she's eating. Be a little annoying, but it's all in the interest of creating tolerance in the future. Let her eat out of my hands. These are just good exercises to do to prevent resource guarding from emerging. I'm very excited because we've got a few people who are gonna be coming over, some of Brianna's family, to socialize with Inertia. With the family, I'm going to encourage them to hold her and give her treats in order to have her equate new people with treats and lots of fun. At first, Inertia is standoffish as she wants her space, so I'm going to encourage that. I want her embracing new situations at her pace. After about 10 minutes, she starts to feel more comfortable to check out the family. family. I especially want her to get comfortable with men, so I'll encourage Uncle Garland to hold her and give her some love. Oh, look at that. Now she's not just okay with taking treats from new people, she's actually playing with them. That indicates she's really comfortable. During the 8 to 9 week range, human socialization is optimal, as any negative experiences with other animals might be amplified or extra impactful. So better to wait a little bit to resume socialization with other dogs and animals. I'm also planning on waiting a couple of weeks before formally introducing our older dog, Indy, to Inertia. You'll see that in a future episode. To see even more detail of her progress, follow me on Instagram @ZachGeorge. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified the moment I upload a new episode. Get your free BarkBox too when you sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription. Just go to barkbox.com/dogtraining. All of the links for what I just talked about will be in the description below. In the next episode, you're gonna see how I handle puppy biting, polite greeting, crate training, come when called, and more. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the Dog Training Experience.